Hi everyone, welcome to today's video titled Changing Your Career to Software Engineering. My name is Cheryl Ojero and I'll be taking you through strategies and tools for advancing your career and hopefully providing a guide to a successful transition for you. So what are careers built on? Well, careers tend to be built on life stories that we've created, interests that we have garnered throughout our lives, the skills that we've built on throughout our lives as well, and the goals that we've set for our lives, whether they're short-term goals or long-term goals. You know, they could be daily goals, your to-do lists, or your monthly goals, your weekly goals, or your annual goals. What do you want to see for your career, and what goals have you set? And what skills have you built to help you achieve those goals? Now, your story of your life will help to influence all of that and the interests that you have. Okay? We spend years self-assessing, evaluating our skills, our interests, and our personal values and see whether they align to the goals that we've set, the career objectives that we have, and whether we're able to actually actualize or implement those specific goals that we have to achieve that career that we want. Okay, it's a lot of analysis, really, a lot of thinking about things, thinking about what you like, what you're interested in, what your values are. Do they align to the career that you are setting yourself up for? So, one may ask, why change your career path? Well, the answer varies. Okay, for some people, they simply want a change. They've been in the same career for years and want something different. For other people, they want more flexibility, more balance in their lives. So perhaps they want a better work-life balance. They don't want to be spending so much time in the office. They want to be also able to spend time with their family, their loved ones, doing things they love outside of work. Some people may want to work remotely. Some people may not want to work full-time. So their flexibility or their wants for the flexibility have changed, and where they're currently working doesn't offer this flexibility that they would like. Okay, some people are simply not happy. Okay, their passion lies elsewhere and they're not happy with where the trajectory that their career is taking and how they feel when they're at work. Okay, right, so why choose software engineering? It offers a lot of creative problem solving and it's very innovative in what you're doing. There's also a very high demand for software engineers globally, and with that creates a competitive job market offering better remuneration, all right? So for some people, remember we asked why change your career? Well, some people are looking for better pay, better salaries, and software engineering can offer you that. Okay, there are also a lot of growth opportunities that come with being a software engineer. Okay, you can move up the ladder. You can kind of decide, where you want to go. The sky is the limit. Okay, it also offers much flexibility in the way that you do your work. Okay, there are a lot of opportunities for remote work within software engineering, and also you're able to work in a diverse range of industries. All right. You could be working in a factory setting, perhaps, or you could be working in a corporate setting within an office, a huge organization, or you could be working for an NGO, a non-profit, or you could be working for a startup. There's such a diverse range in which the skills that you garner as a software engineer that can be used. Okay, this includes also a lot of freelance opportunities. So where can you start? Okay, if now you've decided, you've made that decision, you want to become a software engineer, where do you start? Yeah, assess your interest and your fit for the current career path that you want to choose. Do you enjoy problem solving or working with technology? Okay, if you do not, then perhaps, choose something else. Okay, can you dedicate time to learning new skills? Are you adaptable and able to embrace the lifelong learning that this career path requires? Okay, um, software engineering, the tech industry is changing on a day-to-day basis. So you have to keep learning in order to stay ahead of the curve, okay, in order to stand out, in order to still be relevant. So you have to get into the mindset of always willing to learn and come to enjoy it and embrace it, okay? So what are the core skills that you need to develop in order to become a software engineer? Learning programming languages, that's for one, okay? So as a beginner, you may start with learning Python or JavaScript, and then as you become more familiar with the languages, you now move on to more complex ones such as Java, C Hash, or Ruby. There are also various tools and frameworks that you can use, okay? So for version control, perhaps Git, or for web development, you may, be using HTML or CSS or React, to name a few, right? For backend work, you may be using Node.js or Django. That's just to name a couple, okay? But there's so many more out there, okay? Now for problem solving, you need to be familiar with algorithms, data structures. So in order to become familiar with this, you need to practice. Okay, now there are practice platforms that can help you to become better at working with data structures and algorithms. And these include LeetCode, HackerRank, Code Wars. Okay, this again is just to name a few. There's so much more out there, so much that you can find online. Okay, now, you also have to develop your soft skills. Okay, it's not as much as software engineering or development is something that you can do, remotely on your own. You still need a community. Now, in order to work well within that community, you need to be able to collaborate well with other people. All right, you need to be adaptable as well. You need to be able to learn new things. Okay, you need to be able to be comfortable in different situations. And last but definitely not least, well, not last, but your communication needs to be on point. Yeah, you need to be able to speak your ideas and speak them clearly so that other people can understand them. Okay, so managing career changes, right? This will involve obviously a transition, a career transition. Okay, now dealing with transitions throughout your life is a challenging feat, but you need to overcome the challenges that come with it if you're going to deal with that transition or move through it successfully. Okay, so you need to be able to deal with the uncertainty that comes with that transition of changing your career and deal with the stress appropriately. Okay, so a couple of things that you can do to help deal with the uncertainty and overcome the challenges that come with it. Okay, you can manage your time. Right now, one of the ways you manage your time is setting clear, achievable learning goals. Okay, what do you want to learn? How quickly do you want to learn it? Where can you apply what you learn? Okay, another thing you can do is embrace failure. Okay, failure is a part of learning. Okay, it's where you learn extremely helpful skills and things not to do in the future. Okay, so this fear of failure is something that you're going to have to overcome because failure is something that is inevitable. Okay, so once you start thinking about it that way, then it's easier to process and move on and accept the failure and learn from it and keep pushing forward. Okay, it's the best way you learn. Imposter syndrome. All right, you may, you've changed your career, you're thinking of changing it, it's so daunting, or you've started at a new workplace and you may start to feel like an imposter because this is not where your training has been. Okay, you haven't spent years here, you're new. Okay, and it's fine if you're new, but you're not an imposter. Who's to say that you don't belong? You do. Okay, you just need to equip yourself with the skills and the know-how, okay, and the community to help you do that. So celebrate the small wins and track your progress as you do so. This will help you build your confidence. Okay? So Be able to adapt your career plan accordingly, changing to the circumstances that you come across. They will change, there will be challenges that you come across, so be ready for that. So, steps to transition. Okay, now there are ways that you can make the transition easier for you. Yeah, one is to learn the basics. Yeah, there are lots of free resources online that you can use to help you learn the basics that you need as you forge forward on your path to becoming a software engineer. Okay, there's Codecademy, freeCodeCamp, Khan Academy. This is just to name a few. Okay, you can also use books, whether it's physical books or ebooks you find online. Okay, you can read articles, journals. You can also interact with fellow people like yourself online and see what their experiences are. They may also be able to guide you to places where they've managed to access other resources as well. Okay, you can also take online courses or boot camps. Yeah, popular platforms for this include Udemy, Coursera, or edX, to name a few. There's still more out there. And also consider coding boot camps like General Assembly or Flatiron School. Okay. Now, another thing you can do to help with your transition is as you learn, start building your projects, your own projects. Okay. So you can start with simple apps such as to-do lists or calculators. As you progress to larger projects, once you're becoming more confident, becoming more competent. Okay, you now start building portfolio websites, blogs, etc., etc. Now, you can also contribute to open source. Now, this is where you gain real world experience and learn from community feedback. Okay. Now, what's also important in helping your transition is to network. Network. Okay. If you can, try and find local tech meetups where you can meet like minded people, also other software engineers who can guide you. Okay. Also, try and find online communities where you can interact with other people, LinkedIn, Discord, and make sure that you engage. Okay. As much as you go to these meetups or join these online communities, don't just sit there and, be a spectator. Okay, engage, give your ideas, or also, share your projects that you've been working on, and welcome the feedback that you get. Okay? So how do you gain experience without prior tech roles? Okay, now this is something that not just software engineers experience, but a lot of people in different fields. Okay, especially entry level people, or other people changing careers to other careers. Okay, so one way you can do it is to freelance or volunteer for nonprofits. Okay, as we previously said, is build up your projects or a portfolio of your projects. This is very important, okay, so that you're able to showcase your skills, showcase the work, the level of your work that you're able to do. This is especially important for potential employers to have a look at, or even potential clients, okay? Have a centralized location in which your portfolio can be accessed so that it's easy for other people who want to know about your work to have a look at it, okay? You can also apply for internships or junior roles in startups. And it's important in order to find an opportunity that's right for you, okay, one that'll help you grow, or one that's, fits well with you, think outside the box. Okay, it's not just going to come and land on your desk. Try and find an opportunity everywhere you look. Okay. Now, preparing for job applications. Yeah, as tedious as it may seem, it's something you're gonna have to do, okay? If you're looking for employment, if you're looking for work, all right? If you're even looking for a client, okay, it's not preparing for a job, but it's something you still have to prepare for, Okay, marketing yourself, marketing your skills, preparing your portfolio, etc. Okay, so resume tips in terms of preparing for your job applications. Okay, it's important that you highlight your transferable skills. For example, your analytical thinking, your teamwork. Showcase projects that are relevant, okay, to what it is you're applying for. Okay, in terms of your portfolio, include 3 to 5 strong projects with code repositories on GitHub. Okay, these are 3 to 5 strong projects that really do tell people looking at them that yes, you are qualified, you are competent, and they would be lucky to have you, and they're confident in your ability as they look at these projects. Okay, technical interviews. I mean, these are inevitable. On every interview panel, there will be technical people on that panel. So ensure that you are ready and set to go in terms of your technical ability. So practice your coding challenges, okay? Do mock interviews with peers or on online platforms, just so that you're as ready as you can be. And when you are ready as you can be, then you're able to do the best that you can do, okay? And not feel like you are underprepared, okay? So the important thing here really is not to give up. Okay, you must keep going. All right, it's not gonna be easy. It's not gonna be a walk through the park, but it's an ongoing process requiring planning and adjustments. Yeah, you have to keep changing how you're doing things. Okay, in terms of building your portfolio, see what works best, what looks best. Okay, what industry folk are currently using. It's important to also stay focused on your goals. Yeah. Make sure that you keep enhancing your skills, keep bettering yourself. Okay. And leverage available opportunities. Wherever you think there may be an opportunity, try and grab it. Okay. And don't waste an opportunity to market yourself, market your skills, market who you are, what you want to do, how best you can do it, and why you're the best person for the job. Okay. Take concrete steps to plan and manage your career more effectively as you continue to grow and achieve success. Okay? So here are a couple of resources for continuous growth, right? So as I said earlier, you can use books online or physical books. Go to your local library, your bookshop. There are also online communities such as Stack Overflow, Reddit, Hashnode One, HackerNoon, GitHub. These are just a couple of communities where you can go if you're having any coding challenges. Okay, they can help you with your coding, or you can also help other people, right? Remember, I said interact, engage. Yeah, so you become your work is well known, all right, to other people have interacted with it, okay? There are also podcasts that you can listen to that are software engineering tailored, okay, such as, Code Newbie. There's also this one called Software Engineering Daily. These are just, a few that I've come across that you may find helpful, but there are also so many others out there, okay? So your journey into software engineering starts with a single step, but what you have to do, most importantly, is believe in your ability to learn and grow. Every challenge you should look at as an opportunity to develop new skills. Okay? What problem did you solve and how did you solve it? This is something that you can always use in an interview. A lot of the questions are, a lot of the times, a question that is asked is, how did you overcome a challenge? Because this also shows your potential employer or potential client how well you are in a stressful situation. Okay? Because stressful situations are inevitable, as I've said. All right. The tech industry rewards curiosity, persistence, and innovation. So continue to be curious. Okay. Continue to be persistent in that drive and always look for new ideas. All right. The future belongs to those who are willing to create it, one line of code at a time. Okay. So just remember, yeah, you've got this. Okay. All right. Thank you so much for watching our video today. Please remember that yes, you've got this. Now, don't forget to subscribe for future videos on career related content.